Hello, everyone. This is Andre Smith, and you're watching This Week in Wrestling History. All right. Here on the Wrestling Artistry channel, I am going to try a new show out called This Week in Wrestling History, where I will go over a couple of events that happened from back in the day. So, without further ado, let's get into it here. This week in wrestling history, coming from the date of July 23rd, 2025. So, the first event I'm going to go over is, if I can get things straight here. All right. The Brawl to end it all. This happened back in 1984. WWF held the Brawl to end it all match between Wendy Richter, accompanied by Cyndi Lauper, and WWF Women's Champion, the Fabulous Moolah, managed by Captain Lou Albano. This was the first major event in the Rock and Wrestling Connection, and the bout, held at New York's Madison Square Garden, was aired live on MTV, drawing a 9.0 rating. Here is the full card. Side note, only the main event was shown on MTV. Paul Orndorff defeated Chief Jay Strongbow. WWF World Tag Team Champions Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch defeated Sergeant Slaughter and Terry Daniels. Oh, before I forget, this information came from PWInsider. Shout out to them. Bob Backlund defeated Butcher Vachon via submission. Tito Santana versus Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. went to a time limit draw. WWF World Champion Hulk Hogan defeated Greg Valentine. The WWF Martial Arts Champion Antonio Inoki defeated Charlie Fulton. The Iron Sheik defeated Tony Garea. Samoan Sika defeated Ron Shaw. Samoan Alpha defeated Rene Goulet. Antonio Inoki won a 20-minute battle royal, and Wendy Richter defeated the Fabulous Moolah to win the WWF Women's title. And that was the card for the Brawl to end it all that happened back in 1984. Next up, the Great American Bash from 1989. WCW held the Great American Bash pay-per-view at the Baltimore Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. The show, which was headlined by Ric Flair's return to action against Terry Funk after several months on the sidelines, selling a neck injury suffered at the hands of Funk, is generally considered the first successful pay-per-view from a financial standpoint in WCW history. It was also a critical success, with many saying it was the best Bash card ever. Here are the results. Sid Vicious and Danny Spivey won a 2-ring, 13-man King of the Hill Battle Royal. Vicious won in Ring 1 and Spivey won in Ring 2. And the two were then supposed to face off, but manager Teddy Long instead said that his team would split the money, and he took the King of the Hill crown. Brian Pillman defeated Bill Irwin with a top rope flying body press, jumping from the ropes of one ring to hit the move in the other ring. The Skyscrapers, Spivey and Vicious, defeated the Dynamic Dudes, Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas, when Sid pinned Ace after a powerbomb. Jim Cornette defeated Paul E. Dangerously in a tuxedo match when Cornette kicked powder in the face of Dangerously that Paul was about to throw and ripped off his tuxedo. Side note, Paul E. Dangerously, for those who don't know, is now known in WWE as the Oracle, Paul Heyman. Rick and Scott Steiner and Scott's pay-per-view debut defeated Mike Rotunda and Kevin Sullivan in a Texas Tornado match when both Steiners pinned Sullivan. Sullivan was going for a slam on Rick when Scott hit them with a top rope body press, and the Steiners stayed on top of Sullivan for the pin. NWA television champion Sting defeated the Great Muta when he pinned him with a belly-to-back suplex. However, replays would show Muta's shoulder up and Sting's shoulders down, so the TV title would be held up pending a rematch, which Muta would win. NWA United States champion Lex Luger defeated Ricky Steamboat via disqualification. This was supposed to be a no disqualification match, but Luger refused to wrestle unless the rules were changed. Steamboat agreed, and during the match, Luger grabbed a chair. Steamboat took it away and hit Luger with it and was disqualified. The Road Warriors, the Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, and Steve Williams defeated the Freebirds, Jimmy Garvin, Michael Hayes, and Terry Gordy, and the Samoan SWAT team in a War Games match when Hawk forced Garvin to submit to a hangman. NWA World Champion Ric Flair defeated Terry Funk. Flair was going for a figure four when Funk reversed into a small package, but Flair reversed the small package with a small package of his own, ending up on top for the 3 count. Post-match, a wild brawl ensued with Flair, Funk, the Great Muta, and Sting. And believe it or not, Flair and Sting were ended up being on the same side during that brawl. And that was the card, the rundown for the Great American Bash of 1989. And that's it for this week in wrestling history. I'll be sure to try and come back for some more historical tidbits. And until then, fans, so long for now.